Hello, my name is Hannah, and today we are building a modern beach house in Sulani, and I really don't like building beach houses in Sulani. One, because it doesn't fit in the slightest, and two, it just feels weird. Like, you see all of these really nice, like, tropical looking, like, got, like, whatever the, like, I don't know, the natural material roof, I don't know what it's called. I don't remember, but they've got all of these like natural stuff everywhere on all of like the buildings, and it's got just like plants everywhere, and then it's just a modern house. It just looks so stupid. But I'm like, you see when you go to anywhere that has a beach of any sort, there's gonna be modern houses. Like, they're usually like beach houses, like stuff you'd rent, not like actual people like usually live here. Usually you'd see more like, I don't know, I don't know, natural looking houses next to a beach. But I don't know, I feel like just like modern houses like usually what you see when you like think of like next to the coast. But I feel like Sulani is much more of like I don't know how to describe it, like just like it's not supposed to be modern. Like, that just Sulani and modern just don't go together. But I was trying. I built a couple modern things in here, usually just like A-frames, because I feel like A-frame modern things look a little bit better because the A-frame fits better, but the modern just like is a little odd. So I try and mix both of them. With this one, it does have the thatch, that's the word. It does have the thatched roof, but it does very much so look very modern, and it's also blue. So that kind of fits, but I just overall, I thought it was pretty fun to make. And also I've been really like stepping with my stepping out with my modern houses with the windows. I've been trying to do weird shapes and stuff, which is basically, it's the same thing as I did on the last modern house that I said that I was doing different things with the windows. But I'm trying, and there aren't that many modern windows that are in different shapes other than square and rectangle. Because, you know, that's just basically what The Sims does, is make square and rectangle windows in different shapes with different edging around them. So, you know, close enough. But I put some, like, what are they called? Solar panels on the outside, because I felt like, you know, you're in the beach, or you're on the beach. I guess you're not in the beach. But there's a bunch of sun everywhere, so maybe you could get some, like, something from that. I have not had that much luck with the solar panels doing anything for the bills, but to be fair, I don't know how many you need to actually do something with. I don't really know, but I just put them on there because, you know, modern, eco-friendly kind of go somewhat together sometimes. But then also, I just kind of had some issues with the walls, because one, these, like, the stilted foundations are so annoying when it comes to walls. And also, that fireplace is sized up and put next to that wall, and it just kept deleting every time I missed with the walls. It was so annoying. And then I had to, like, anytime I moved it, it would go up, and then I had to lower it back down. It was really annoying. It was really bugging me towards the end of me messing with it. It was just like, I'm so ready to just delete you right now. And so I was trying not to get mad at it, but, you know, it wasn't working. And then the floor plan downstairs is a little rough. I just didn't know what I was doing with it, and I just kind of put some stuff down. But it ended up looking pretty good, and I ended up putting those like clear panels in the floor underneath the living room, and I think that looks pretty cool. I feel like it would be better in real life, because, you know, you'd have like animals or like plants or something. In The Sims, you get the stilted foundation and water. I'm not sure if there's anything else that is ever going to go under there, but it looks kind of cool, so I was excited to use that, because one, I don't use it very often. I forget it exists, but somehow I know like what it's called. Like, when I searched for it, I like knew that it started with like crystal. I think it's like called crystal clear or something like that, but like I just knew what it was called. I don't really know. I don't know how I did that. Like, I've used it like twice, but I was just like, yeah, this is what it's called, so I don't really know. But I decided to use that. You kind of get the stilted foundation under there, so it kind of looks strange. But then I was just like, it's fine. It'll be fine. It's fine. So, because, you know, you'd have to hold up the house somehow. But I feel like in real life you'd build it around the glass thing. But, you know, this isn't real life. This is a simulation video game, and it's close enough. It's good enough. I had a lot of fun with the like colors and stuff, because I used like this bright blue, and so I thought that was pretty fun. Also, I think I need to mention this because it is really funny and also just kind of dumb. When I was looking at the final product of this house, or like if you want to like look at the thumbnail, that is what I was looking at. The first thing that popped in my head was Perry the Platypus. I don't really know. I don't think I've ever watched like a singular episode of that show, but that was the first thing that popped into my head when I was looking at that house. I think it's the color. but like I don't really know, but that color just like immediately when I was looking at the house mixed with like the tan and all that stuff, I was like, Perry the platypus. That is really hard to say. I don't say that very often, so I guess that makes sense. But and that's just immediately what I thought of, and I thought that was really stupid, so I thought that I definitely needed to say that on a voiceover, because the more stupid of the thought, the better it is to put in the voiceover. So that's pretty good. I was really enjoying that. I had a good laugh about that because that was immediately what I thought of. I was just looking at it, trying to figure out like the name of the house. I was like, yeah, I can't name it that, but that is definitely what it is. But I'm not really sure if that's exactly, because I feel like nobody else is gonna think that. But that's just what I thought of, and I think that's really dumb. So I thought I wanted to share that with you. But that's about it for the house. So the first thing is that I have zoology. Zoology is one of my favorite classes so far. It's been 3 days, but I'm having so much fun just enjoying like the class, and also it's a very small class, and those classes seem to be better, and also just like electives kind of like that, like the ones that are not required, and also that are like the like science electives, there are not going to be kids in the class, and if there are a lot of kids in the class, most of them are not going to be like the obnoxious, annoying type. Like the ones that make jokes that are okay, those ones are fine. Those kids are okay. But the kids that purposely annoy the teacher or purposely do stupid things just to make themselves laugh and don't make anybody else laugh, those kids I don't like. But the ones that just make jokes are fine. But these classes are just so silent. Like the classes that I take, most of my electives, because my zoology is an elective, I don't think it's giving me science classes or science credits, but there are 9 kids in this class, and so it's very quiet. I've only heard one of the other kids in the class talk, and it's not like she talks that much. She talks like sometimes. Like if he asks a question, she might answer. He doesn't get a lot of kids to respond to his questions, which makes me feel bad. But I'm not gonna talk. I'm not gonna be the one that talks. So like I think he just at this point has accepted it. It's been like 2 days and he's already accepted it. He's like, okay, these kids aren't gonna talk, it's fine. But he sees that we all are entertained in learning zoology, because there's no point in taking this class if you're not wanting to learn about zoology. Like that's like the point. So I think that's pretty fun. The first day we just did a matching assignment, and we just like matched the scientific name to the like actual name, or like the common name is what we refer to it as. I don't know, but that's what we did. I'm not that good at it. Basically I was using the most basic, like the things that made sense. I got a 12 out of 20. It wasn't graded, but that was a pretty okay grade. But I was like, I felt like so stupid when I was doing that, because like the kid next to me, the girl that talks, she sits right next to me, and so she was doing like much better than I was. Like she was responding to the questions when he asked like, what is number 1, she'd be like, A, and I was just over here like, I got 7, or like not like 7, but like I got like 7 for A. I'm not being that stupid. I'm trying to not be that stupid, but it's not working. But like, so I had them all mixed up for some of them, but some of them were very like obvious. Like there would be like bison and then Americanas, so then you'd be like, oh, that's the American buffalo kind of thing. Like it's very, very obvious on some of them, and then some of them it's not obvious in the slightest. But to be fair, I have no memory of learning any of that in biology, which I think the girls said that we learned it briefly in biology, and I've taken biology more recently than she has, because she's a senior. I'm a sophomore, so she at least took it 2 years ago, so I'm not really sure, but you know, that's okay. But you know, she's doing much better. But to be fair, she is doing this for her major. I am too, but she's doing it in like 4 months as her major, so I don't feel that bad, and she seems to be pretty dedicated to knowing all of this stuff, so I strive to be like that, but I am not at that level yet. But that was like a quiz, I don't know what they're called, but like just like to see how we knew all of that stuff and all that. Yeah, but it was pretty fun. And then the second day was just looking over the textbook and just like seeing like reading it, and then we filled out like some questions. It was really easy, and but it spent most of the class that we were just doing that. It wasn't bad. It was not boring either, but some of the questions were kind of stupid. But other than that, it was pretty fun. And then the third day, we just watched a National Geographic documentary. It was really fun. It was like the weirdest animals or something, like weirdest behaviors or something like that. But it was really fun, and I really liked that. And so that's basically, we just sat in silence and watched it, which is much better than like some of the classes where there's just kids talking. All of us were dead silent, and I thought that was pretty fun. One, there's like not a lot of friends. Like, I don't think there's any friends that are in this class together. It's just a bunch of random strangers. Like, I know one girl, like, there's the transfer student, not transfer. What is it called? I don't know. There's a kid that is from Italy that is also on my cheer team. I know her. She's in this class. And so I know her name. But that's about it. I don't think anybody else knows anybody. And so that's pretty good. So it's quiet. But I think at some point we're going to start talking. But not this soon. I think at some point it'll be much better, but at this point we are just not talking at all, and I'm really enjoying it. It's really fun, and the teacher's really nice. He's the like long-term sub, because our sub, or our actual teacher, is on maternity leave. This is a huge whole joke. If you hadn't figured it out already, there's like so many teachers that are on maternity leave in the science department. We call it like the third floor curse. Pregnancy isn't a curse. It's just funny, but like that's just what I've been referring to it as, because everybody on the third floor, which is where the science classrooms and like all of that stuff, is just on maternity leave all of the time, and this year only. It's not any other, just this year. And so it's really annoying, but it's also kind of really funny at the same time, and so I'm looking forward to that. So we just have this long-term sub, but he's really nice. I'm much looking forward to this compared to the sub that I had for chemistry long-term. That was pretty bad, but nice guy. The other guy was nice too, but he just didn't know how to teach, but that's fine. Whatever. But I'm looking forward to it, and so I'll probably talk about it a lot because I'm very excited to learn about zoology and all that stuff. And so yeah, but that's about it for this voiceover. It is almost screenshots time, so subscribe if you did like today's video, if you want to see more like this. But as I said, it is almost screenshots time, so I post a new video 4 times a week, so you can watch another video next time. Bye.